Joanne, did you see the news? It said electricity bills went up another 30 to 40% this winter. Can you believe this crap?
Yeah, I saw. Things are getting so hard for average working people. Gas and electricity are already through the roof, and yet the expenses just keep piling up. Where does it end?
You're always at home. You need to stop using the heating, we can't afford it.
In the dead of winter? Are you joking?
Do you have any idea how our bills are going to be if you have it turned up like that all day? We're going to be paying out the eyeballs if we don't get it in check. You can keep warm by working harder, cleaning the house, huh? It only gets real cold at night, but that's fine, because I can keep you toasty and warm if you catch my drift, sweet cheeks. Start wearing thicker clothes till I get back and toughen the heck up, huh?
You do realize that if I don't turn the heating on, it's going to be as cold inside the house as it is outside. I can't live like that. What do you think I am, an Eskimo?
That's why I told you to wear thicker clothes and toughen up. You'll get by somehow. How do you think people survive before central heating?
I don't know, by suffering a lot? Besides, why can't I have the heating on? It's always at max capacity whenever you're in the house.
Yep, when you're the man of the house, you have a duty to be maximally snug. How am I supposed to pull in Iron Man numbers at the office if I ain't as toasty as a campfire marshmallow? You don't have a job, so you better make damn sure you turn it off when I leave the house. A stay-at-home housewife does not need the heating on. It's a waste of money.
How's it a waste of money? I might not work in a cubicle, but I still work. I'm busy around the house all day. What's heating for if not keeping people warm? Why should we only turn it on when you're home?
Because I'm the one who puts the bread on the table, honey bun. It's only fair I get special treatment. What would you do if you got a cold? Ever think about that, huh? Huh? If I couldn't work anymore, where would the money come from? It'll be finished, I tell you, finished!
Fine, point taken. I'll do as you say.
Listen, baby, here's what I'll do. If I ever get promoted to manager, I'll let you use the aircon once a week during the summer, if there's ever a heatwave.
Do you have ambitions for promotion?
It's not like I'm planning on it, but let's face it, it's gonna happen eventually. This is me we're talking about here. If you ask me, we're talking months, not years. The president loves me and everyone knows it. It's not what you know, it's who you know. I even have his number. That's how tight we are.
Wow, like his private phone number? That's actually impressive.
Right? It's obvious he's got me in the sights for promotion. I'm on the road to success and they know I'm gonna stop me. Full speed ahead!
That's great, honey. Being buddies with the president can only be a good thing.
I can't deny it stings a little to act like his lapdog, but it's gonna pay off in a big way one day. Ability is important, but it's nowhere as important as integrating yourself with the bigwigs. That's the key to success. And when it comes to that, ain't no one as talented as me. All the higher-ups love me. It's been the same at every job I ever had.
Your company's president is an amazing guy, right?
Yep. He went from being raised by a single mom in one of the poorest towns in the country to single-handedly building one of the most respected donut companies on the planet. He's got the brains, he's got the charisma, he's got the donuts! He's got it all! To tell you the truth, I want to be like him. I've been with him a lot these last months, like shadowing him. You know, it might sound crazy, but something tells me he's training me up to be a successor.
Wow.
Huh? What's wow supposed to mean?
I didn't particularly mean anything by it. I'm just impressed is all.
Liar. You don't seem interested in what I'm saying at all. You're the one who asked me about him in the first place. Why the heck you gotta reply like such a deflated balloon, huh? You making fun of me?
No, I'm really not.
Whatever. There's no way someone like you could understand what an incredible man the president is. Stay-at-home housewives aren't exactly renowned for their brains. As if someone like you could ever comprehend what it takes to manage a company. All you have to do is my supper.
Sorry. I didn't mean to upset you, honey. I wasn't making fun of you at all, I swear.
Relax, this is my fault. I should have known better than to expect you to be able to hold your own in a conversation about complicated big brain stuff. Still, I shouldn't be so hard on you. You might have the intelligence of a grapefruit, but at least you know how to do what you're told. That's the most important quality in a woman. Do not use the heating while I'm at work, you got that? Don't think I won't know if you use it in secret. I know everything. I'll be able to tell from the utility bills, and believe me, there will be hell to pay. Hey! The utilities went up! Did you turn the heating on in secret?
I haven't been using it at all.
Why do the bills keep going up then? It doesn't add up.
Maybe because you always have it turned up to max whenever you're at home. I have to wear t-shirts when you're around because the place turned into a damn sauna. You could at least turn it down a bit. Why does it have to be on max?
Whatever, I hardly use it.
I knew this was coming. Things were bound to get expensive with how hot the house has been on your days off lately. What's the point of me being sat around freezing my pinky off during the day if you do this? You're canceling out my efforts.
It's the damn government's fault for not handling the economy better. I'll catch a cold if I don't turn it up. You don't want me to get sick, do you, babe?
What's wrong with putting more layers on? That's what you tell me to do. Why can't you take your own advice?
God, you're a pain in the ass. Zip it already, you damn foghorn! I'm the breadwinner in this household, and I will not be talked down to by the likes of you! Whatever the extra heating I use is costing us, we'll just have to save elsewhere.
How are we supposed to save any more money than we already are if not on the heating? I live complete without gas or electricity when you're not home. I may as well be in the Stone Age. There's literally no more money to be saved.
Oh yes, there is! You seem to be forgetting something. Gasoline. That's right! You're banned from using gasoline from now on.
What? But how am I supposed to drive?
You're banned from driving!
What the heck? You can't ban me from driving? How am I supposed to live without the car? It takes 20 minutes to walk to the nearest supermarket.
So walk 20 minutes? Jeez, are you seriously complaining over a measly 20 minutes? Being a stay-at-home housewife made you lazy. Back in my grandparents' day, they walked 20 minutes and they liked it. I can't believe you're actually making it out like it's a big deal.
It might not seem like much, but you gotta remember I'm gonna be carrying a bunch of shopping bags on the way back. And there's a limit on how much I can carry without the car. Are you really that desperate to save money?
Yep.
Fine.
Oh yeah, you talking about the supermarket reminded me. I have an online drinking party with my old buddies from high school. I want some beer and nuts ready on the table before it starts, eh? Make it happen.
Huh? Today?
Yep. Go buy me a case of beer.
Didn't you see the weather report for today?
Snow, right? What's the big deal? Same as usual.
This is nothing like usual, Rishi. Have you looked out the window? We're due record snowfall for crying out loud. I'll get buried. Do you really expect me to go to the supermarket in this? On foot?
Yep. What's the problem?
You want me to walk to the supermarket in the middle of a record-breaking snowstorm for a case of beer? Please just be real with me for a moment. It's a whiteout outside. This is nothing like going out for a walk on a normal day.
You grew up in Canada, Joanne. No one's more used to snow than you. Believe in yourself, babe. If anyone can do this, you can.
Just because I grew up around snow doesn't mean I can go out for a stroll in a record-breaking snowstorm. Look out the window for heaven's sake. I won't last 5 minutes. It said on the news to stay indoors.
They always say that. Oh, the world's gone soft, babe. Surely you ain't gonna listen to those pansies.
I don't even have a bike. How am I supposed to bring back a case of beer? Beer is kinda heavy, you know?
Carry it, you big sissy!
Are you serious?
Dead serious. If you have time to whine at me like this, you have time to go to the supermarket. If I didn't have a case of beer and some nuts for my drinking party with the boys later, I'm kicking you the hell out! You can spend the night in the yard.
Rishi?
Hey, boss, what's up? I can't say I expected a message from the company president today.
You're fired.
Fired? Where the hell did that come from, boss?
Don't play dumb with me, you sniveling rat. That kind of scumbag who kicks his wife out in the middle of a snowstorm is not welcome at our company.
My wife?
I heard all about how you forced her to walk into the supermarket in this god-awful weather. Oh yes, you banned her from driving too, didn't you?
How'd you know all this?
I ran into Joanne.
Where?
On the street. I almost ran over a woman crossing the road when I was out driving with my wife. My visibility was next to nothing with the intensity of the snowstorm, so I didn't see her till the last second. But thankfully I was able to brake in time.
And that woman was my wife?
I jumped out of the car to check on her because I could tell something wasn't right. She was hobbling along like she was about to collapse. When I did, I noticed her face was covered in frozen tears. I could see she was in a bad way, so we sat her down in the car and asked her what happened. She would have come down with frostbite if she stayed out any longer. My wife can't look the other way when someone's in need.
Sir, what exactly did my wife tell you?
She said you forced her to cut back on living expenses to such an extreme level that it was affecting her health. And in spite of that fact, you banned her from using practically every modern amenity there is. You always had the heating turned up to max whenever you were home. Basically, you're an overbearing control freak with less financial sense than a donkey.
Whoa, please, Brian. I mean, sir. Let's just slow down for a sec here. That's not true at all. The only reason I told her to start being more financially conscious was because our outgoings were going up at a rate of knots. That's for her own benefit, I swear. Listen, sir, the thing you should know about my wife is... she has the kind of, how to put it, victim complex. She's always been like this. As soon as she gets stressed out or unhappy, she starts telling the craziest lies.
The only liar here is you. She showed me your message history. You bullied, ridiculed, and insulted her like it was no one's business.
No way, I didn't!
Lies! You looked down on her for being a stay-at-home housewife. I hate guys like you more than anything in the world. You make me sick.
Sir?
Looking through your message history reminded me of my dad. He was a controlling, misogynistic scumbag like you. He thought my mom being a stay-at-home housewife made her inferior to him. She lived in terror, constantly walking on eggshells and doing whatever it took to keep him happy. But it was never enough. I worked like my life depended on it to protect her.
Wow, really, sir? I had no idea.
You're just like my good-for-nothing waste of a space dad. You disgust me. My mom divorced him in the end. It was the best decision she ever made. We didn't need him one bit. Not with me there to look after her. Scum like you is not welcome at my company.
But sir, please! I wanted to become president one day. This might sound strange, but I think you're incredible, sir. Seeing the way you work, how you rush around like a man possessed, keeping everything running smoothly all the time, it really inspires me. To tell you the truth, you're my idol.
I'm your idol? You want to be like me? Don't make me laugh. My wife is the most important person in the world to me. More important than my job. More important than the company itself.
More important than the company?
I wouldn't have been able to accomplish any of it without her. The only reason I'm able to keep things running smoothly at work all the time is because she's there supporting me, day in and day out. You'll never be like me if you think you can go it alone. And you're in for a rude wake-up call if you're deluded enough to believe otherwise.
No, I could do it, sir. I know I have what it takes, but please. This is all one huge misunderstanding. It's not what you think. Can we talk about this in person?
No can do. I already went home. There's no reason to stay out in weather this awful. By the way, we brought your wife home with us too. We wouldn't have been able to sleep if we let her go back to someone like you.
Wait, Joanne's at your house? Please, can I speak to her?
Hi, it's me.
Joanne! It seems like there's been some kind of huge misunderstanding. I never mistreated you, did I? Except that maybe I was a little strict every now and then, but I did it for you. You know I always had your best interests at heart, right, babe?
Listen to me. I almost died because of you. The sled I was using to carry your beer broke on the way home from the supermarket. The blizzard got worse, and my walking slowed down because of the cold. Things got so bad that I wasn't even sure if I could make it home anymore. I broke down in tears, feeling lost and hopeless. If your company president and his wife hadn't showed up when they did, I shudder to think what might have happened to me.
Wow, I see. I'm so sorry. You shouldn't have had to go through that, but why didn't you just call me if you were struggling so much? I would have been out in the car in a flash.
Huh? What's gotten into you? You changed your tune from constantly calling me useless and lazy. Are you being nice to me because your boss is here? You really are a crafty piece of shit.
Oh, what the heck? Don't call me things like that, babe. Your words, they hurt.
Brian's wife told me she was there to listen if there was anything I wanted to tell her. And there was. A lot. I told her everything. Even if she was a stranger, I thought it'd feel good to get everything off my chest. I realized the guy who saved me was none other than the president of your company halfway through the conversation. You should have seen the look on his face when he realized I was your wife. Our jaws were practically on the floor.
I understand how you feel, babe. You've been through a lot. We can carry on this conversation at home, right?
I'm not coming home today.
What?
Brian's wife invited me out for dinner. After that, she said I'm spending the night here in their spare room. It didn't sound like I had a choice, and besides, who might have turned down such hospitality? So yeah, I won't be coming home tonight. Deal with it.
What are you talking about? This is the president of my company we're talking about here. You can't stay at his house. Hurry up and come home and let's end this nonsense.
Why would I come home when me and the president's wife are getting along so well? Her and Brian are pleasant to be around, and they're actually nice to me, unlike you.
Well, the president really likes me too. I was his favorite employee at the whole company.
Based on what? Your own delusions? You couldn't be more wrong. Brian couldn't have cared less about you.
What?
It took him a few seconds to realize who I was even talking about when I first mentioned you. He said, "Oh, that really annoying guy who's constantly brown-nosing me." Needless to say, he didn't have a particularly high opinion of you.
But I had his phone number. His personal phone number, Joanne.
That was from the company New Year's party, right? He said he got carried away and gave you it while he was embarrassingly drunk after one too many champagnes. It really wasn't as profoundly significant as you seem to think it was.
No way.
Yes way. Are we done now? Get your own beer and nuts.
Joanne! When are you coming home?
You're annoying. I'm busy baking a cake with the president's wife right now. Stop bugging me.
No, you're the one bugging them. I bet they're secretly sick and tired of having you around. They're just too nice to send you home.
Wrong. To the contrary, I announced my departure because I thought I was getting in their way. But they insisted I'll stay a little longer because they wanted me to meet someone. I'll be home after that.
They want you to meet someone. Who?
A lawyer. They told me to hang around a little longer while they find me a good divorce lawyer.
A divorce lawyer? What? Is this some kind of joke?
Brian told me I shouldn't be married to a man like you. He said I could do so much better.
What? Just because he's my boss doesn't give him the right to go interfering in my private life? This crosses the line.
You see, Rishi, the thing is, I agree with him. Me and you are done. We're getting a divorce. Not because Brian told me to, but because that's what I want.
How are you going to get by without me? It'll never work. You need me. You're a stay-at-home housewife, damn it. How do you expect to find work? You'll never be able to support yourself without me putting food on the table.
Don't worry about it. Brian said there are some openings at his company. I know that's probably the last thing you wanted to hear after getting fired, but meh, whatever.
Why do I have to get fired? So I was a little cold towards my wife, so what? Why does that mean I should lose my job? No matter which way you look at it, this isn't fair.
Allow me to explain why you were dismissed.
Brian.
That's right. Your wife just gave me the phone. Now, about your dismissal. Of course you're not being dismissed over this little incident. That would be an abuse of my powers.
You mean there are other reasons? I've been working my butt off to bring in results for this company ever since I joined. No one works as hard as me.
Hearing about what a rotten human being you are from your wife got me curious about your reputation at work. I called several of the managers and asked them what they thought of you. They didn't have anything particularly bad to say.
Right? Of course they didn't.
But they didn't have anything particularly good to say either. Not satisfied, I decided to call some of the regular employees from your department. When I did, it was nothing but complaints and criticism.
No way. There has to be some kind of mistake.
I heard all about how you forced your work onto employees lower down the hierarchy than you, and then bragged to the managers as if you'd done the work yourself. You had your work up all the managers' asses and treated everyone below you like crap. That's your reputation at this company. To be honest, it was difficult to listen to. I feel like I failed in my duty as company president by allowing a rat like you to stay on my ship for this long. Countless new employees left because of you.
No way, I never made anyone leave. They probably just weren't cut out for the job, huh? Who the hell's telling all these lies about me?
I guess this was inevitable, with the company getting so big. There was a time when I was aware of pretty much everything that was going on. But the more the company grew, the more difficult it became. Eventually, as I delegated responsibilities to executives and managers, I stopped hearing about the reputations of the individual employees. You slipped right through the cracks.
No! Someone's trying to ruin my life by telling lies about me.
You can give it a rest already. I have plenty of proof of you forcing your work onto other employees and taking the credit for their accomplishments. I'm a strong believer in meritocracy. If I'm your idol, as you say, you should know I spent some time working in Silicon Valley.
Right, I did hear about that.
Well, in Silicon Valley, they don't tolerate lazy, deadweight employees. If you don't bring in results, you don't get to keep your job. And you, Rishi, do not get to keep your job.
Please, Wei! Let's not do anything drastic here, sir. With all due respect, you're making a mistake. I'm an asset. I make a big contribution to the company.
Any contribution you make is only because you steal the accomplishments of your co-workers. You're nothing but a salary thief. There is no place for a waste of space like you at my company. Find another job.
Looks like Brian's done speaking now. Good luck with the job hunting.
Joanne? No! No! Why should things go so well for you and I'm getting served up a big shit sandwich? This is not fair!
Fair? You got some nerve to talk about fairness when you forced me to live like a peasant while you live like a king. Not anymore, though. Now you're just some jobless loser. Before long, you're gonna be shivering with cold, just like I was. You hungry? Fear not, 'cause dinner is served. A generous serving of poverty with a side order of frostbite. With that, I swiftly divorced my husband, and the whole thing went by without a hitch. To add insult to injury, Brian, being true to his word, fired him immediately. Then, he gave me an administrative position at his company. The company my husband just got fired from. It's hard not to believe in karma sometimes. As one door closes, another one opens. Thankfully, since I was in a different department and my surname had changed, no one knew who my ex-husband was. Brian's been amazing throughout this whole thing. And thanks to his kindness, support, and understanding, getting used to my new job has been a breeze. I'm technically only part-time, but I still have access to a huge amount of employee benefits, and my salary ain't to be sniffed at either. You can tell what a great guy Brian is by the way he treats his employees, and I feel blessed to work for him. Despite only being part-time, he lets me work full-time hours when I need to supplement my income, so I have no trouble getting by on my own. Brian seems to see something in me, and he told me he thinks I should train up for some management qualifications. He even said I could take a course the company provides while continuing my usual job. Always looking for ways to improve myself and learn new things, I decided to take him up on his offer. And I'm currently juggling work with study and having a great time in the process. I feel extra motivated to work hard and prove myself because of how kind Brian has been to me. I want to show him how grateful I am by contributing to his company as much as I possibly can. As for Rishi, I already found a new job. To tell you the truth, I was disappointed when I found out how quickly he found work after getting fired. This might sound evil, but I was hoping he'd stay unemployed for a little longer. That said, it's not all plain sailing. I heard there are a few problems at his new workplace. I heard all this through Brian, who knows the president of Rishi's new company. Apparently, he's a vile tyrant of a man who sees his employees as nothing more than pawns to make him money. The work environment and office culture have been described by more than one employee as worse than hell, and they have the highest employee turnover rate in the industry. Looks like my ex-husband might be in for some rough times. Since it's him, all I can say is, let the rough times roll.
Hi, Beth. I'm assuming this is Beth's number. I'm Nova, Mason's sister.
Nova?
Is this you, Beth?
Yes, I'm Beth. Who told you my number?
I asked your coworker from the bar you used to work at. I'm sorry to text you so suddenly. But I was really worried about you and Blair because you both just disappeared. We were trying so hard to find you two.
It's been 5 years since we last met.
Yeah, so I thought we might never meet again. But my friend told me that she saw you at a bar nearby. So I decided to visit the bar in hopes of finding you.
I can't believe my coworker told you my number. I should have quit that job earlier.
I'm sorry, Beth. I must have looked really desperate. I think she told me your number out of sympathy.
So, what do you want from me?
Is everything okay? You and Blair disappeared after my brother passed away. I've always been worried about you two.
Nothing's okay. I've been taking care of Blair on my own without anyone's help for 5 years.
I bet it was really hard for you. We're sorry we weren't able to help you. But why did you just disappear? You even changed your phone number. Blair also changed schools, so we didn't know how to get in touch with you.
My husband passed away because of an accident. I wanted to leave the city where my husband died as soon as possible. When I see you and your family, it reminds me too much of my husband, who I'll never meet again. I wanted to ask for your aid, but I didn't have the courage to. I'm a stranger to your family now that my husband's not here.
We never thought of you as a stranger. We always planned to help you out after my brother's death.
I never knew that. But reflecting back, I should have asked for help earlier. Blair must have experienced a hard time too.
Beth, if there's anything we can do to help, feel free to ask us, okay? You can text me anytime. I forcibly got a hold of your number, but I hope you don't mind.
Do I really deserve to ask for help? I disappeared without telling any of you.
Of course, I'll be glad to help. My parents also miss you and Blair.
Then, could I ask for some financial support? I'm trying to find a new job that pays better, but I'm having some difficulty finding a good job. The inheritance money I have left is barely enough to pay for Blair's education fees. I even tried to work as a prostitute during the night to earn as much money as I can, but it didn't work out.
I see. So that was why you worked at a bar.
Yes, but I didn't want to leave Blair alone in the night. I was too worried to work. I couldn't concentrate on my job. She's in the 6th grade now, so she should be capable of staying at home alone. But she's still a child.
I understand. I'll talk to my parents about providing you with some financial support. Let us help you, Beth.
Really? I think I'm asking too much from you.
Don't worry. You've been working hard enough for the past few years. We want to support you as much as we can.
Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough, Nova.
Beth, can I ask you a favor? After things calm down, can you come visit us with Blair? We all miss you both.
Of course. I'll visit you as soon as I get a job.
Thanks, Beth. My parents would love to see you again. Can you send us your bank account information? We'll make sure to send you some money as soon as possible.
Nova? Are you there? Can I ask for an additional $300 next month? Blair wants a new game controller.
Hi, Beth. It's hard to ask this. But have you been able to get a good job?
I haven't been able to get any job yet. I guess it's because I have a child. They never give me the job.
I see. I can ask my friend for help if you want. She works as an advisor for people finding a new job. I think she can give you some advice.
Oh, you don't have to do that. You've done enough for me.
But I think you have to start working. It's been 4 months since we started to send you money.
What? Are you telling me that you'll stop sending me money?
No. But I think it's taking a bit too long. I know you have a preference when finding a job. But I think it's about time to actually start working.
There's nothing I can do, is there? The companies are to blame. They never accept me.
I understand, but... Do you think you can come visit us sometime soon? My parents want to meet you as soon as possible.
I want to go meet you after I get a job. I'm too embarrassed to meet your parents now. I thought we decided I'll go visit after I get a job.
I know, but my parents are getting old. I want them to meet Blair before it's too late.
I knew they only wanted to meet their granddaughter.
No, they also want to meet you, Beth.
You don't have to lie. Oh, I get it. Are you trying to take Blair away from me?
No, that's not true at all.
I guess Blair reminds them of their son. They're planning to take Blair away from me when I take her to meet them, right?
No. They genuinely miss you both. We've been trying to find you for so long, Beth.
I don't think I can trust you.
Huh?
I don't think I can go and meet you now.
Don't say that.
Then show me some sincerity. If you continue to provide me with financial support, it shows me that you're being considerate of me. I think it's the easiest way, Nova. I can concentrate on finding a good job, and after I get a job, your parents would be able to meet me.
Okay. We'll send you an additional $300 next month.
Thanks. You are so supportive. I'll try hard so that your parents can meet Blair, alright?
Good luck, Beth.
If you ever tell me something like this again, I don't think we can keep in touch anymore. So, don't say something weird ever again, okay?
Okay. I'll be careful.
I'm glad you understand. If there's any update about my job, I'll text you again. I'm counting on you.
Hello? Is this Nova?
Yes, I'm Nova. Who is this?
Auntie, it's me, Blair. Do you remember me? Can I go visit you later today?
Blair? Huh? It's midnight, Blair. Is it really you? Your name, it says Mia.
I'm borrowing my friend's phone. I don't have a phone, but I really wanted to talk to you. Then my friend Mia lent me her phone so that I can text you.
I see. Blair, you're in 6th grade, right?
Yeah.
You've grown so much. I'm sorry I wasn't able to get in touch with you for the past 5 years. I'm really sorry. I miss you so much.
I miss you too, Auntie Nova. It's not your fault that we weren't able to see each other anyways.
Blair, we're gonna be able to meet each other as soon as your mother gets a job. Hopefully, we'll get to see each other soon.
I don't think we'll ever be able to see each other if we wait until my mom gets a job. So I borrowed my friend's phone to talk to you.
Huh?
Auntie, you're sending Mom some money, right?
Yeah? How do you know that?
Mom was happy that she found a new source of money.
Huh?
Auntie, you don't know what Mom is really like. She's not trying to find a job. She's planning to get as much money as she can from you and run away like she did 5 years ago.
I see. I knew something was going on. It's a shame that she's not finding a job.
I don't think you should send her money anymore.
Hey Blair, is Beth abusing you? Is she taking care of you properly? You told me you want to come visit us.
Mom never abused me physically. She does nothing, actually.
Nothing?
She told me that the country pays her some money because she has me. So I don't think she'll neglect me as long as she gets money. To be honest, I don't get much food from her. But I eat my school lunch every day, and my friends give me some snacks too, so I'm okay.
You've been living like this all these years?
After I became friends with Mia... Mia is the friend who lent me her phone, by the way. She's been helping me a lot.
That's nice of her.
Mia's really smart. She knows a lot of things I don't know. But I've been having a hard time recently. and I was starting to think that I didn't want to live with Mom anymore. Then I heard about you texting Mom, so I really wanted to get in touch with you.
Blair, is your mom home? From how you texted me, I'm assuming that she's not with you right now.
Yeah, she's at her boyfriend's house right now.
Okay, I'll go pick you up.
Really? Can I go to your house?
Of course. You've been a very strong girl during all of this. I'm here to help you now. I promise, we'll protect you no matter what, Blair.
Nova, did you call me? What do you want? Did you call me to tell me that you sent money?
Beth, you can no longer do whatever you want.
What? What are you talking about?
Blair is with me now.
Blair? Why? How did you get in touch with her?
That doesn't matter. The problem is how you've been treating Blair. After my brother passed away, you haven't been preparing meals for her properly for the past 5 years. That's not what I meant. She told me you rarely bought her enough to eat. Blair spent some days eating nothing. She also said she ate molded bread out of hunger. When I met her, she was really skinny.
What's your problem? I've been taking care of her as her mother for the past few years. She won't be alive without me.
If you were really taking care of her properly, she wouldn't have asked us for help. I also visited your apartment, Beth. It was filled with trash. I don't think you've been home recently. Blair told me you usually stayed at your boyfriend's house.
I'm single, Nova. I should be allowed to go anywhere I want.
I thought you said you didn't want to leave Blair alone in the night. You've been lying to me all along, right? Blair also told me you were never finding a job. You betrayed not only me, but also my parents and my brother who passed away.
You all never offered me any support for the past 5 years, so don't meddle in my business now.
I heard the reason why you disappeared 5 years ago from Blair. You've been playing around with your boyfriend after receiving the inheritance money, haven't you? And you've been cheating on my brother with him before he passed away.
Where's your proof? Don't believe everything Blair tells you.
I trust her, Beth. There's no proof about you having an affair when my brother was still alive. But we have proof about how you've been treating Blair and what you've been thinking of us.
What proof?
You thought of us as a source of money. And you've been threatening Blair not to tell anyone about her life at home. I have the video of you threatening her.
Huh? How? Why do you have a video of me? You have to be kidding.
Blair borrowed her friend's phone, and she used it to film everything.
Uh-huh. How come she did this to me? I'm going to your house. Give me back my daughter. I have custody of her, and if you're not gonna give her back to me, I'll call the police.
You're the one who will be in trouble if we call the police. You have been neglecting her. And for your information, Blair is not at my house.
I thought you said you were with her.
She is at the Child Guidance Center near our house. Blair told us she didn't want to live with you anymore. So we're planning to go through with the official processes so that she'll be able to live with us.
Wait a minute. Did you just take her to the Child Guidance Center without my consent? Do you know how hard it is to make them return your child to you?
It's Blair's choice.
Nova, listen to me. Blair is really important to me. I've been taking care of her on my own because I loved her. After my husband passed away, I was feeling really lonely. So I needed my boyfriend who would make me feel loved. Can't you be more sympathetic?
It's really sad that my brother passed away. And I will never be able to understand how sad you felt as his wife. But your treatment towards Blair is a different story. Your sadness should not lead to child neglect.
I was trying my best, doing everything on my own.
Blair was the one trying her best. You inherited plenty of money from my brother. There was enough money for Blair to go to university even if you didn't work. But you wasted it. And look at you now. You don't even have enough money to survive. You told me you barely had enough for Blair's education fees, but that's also a lie, right?
It costs a lot of money to live with my daughter.
I doubt you've ever spent a single dollar for Blair. You inherited so much money after my brother's death, but I heard you're in debt.
Please, Nova. Blair is the only thing I have left that reminds me of my husband. I might not have been the best mother, but I loved her and took care of her in my own ways. I stayed with her because she was important to me.
She's definitely an important source of money.
No, that's not the only reason.
Shall we fight, Beth? Let's see who would be the better guardian for Blair. If you really loved her, I'm sure you'll do anything for her.
Nova, I'm really sorry. I'll pay you back the money you've been sending me as soon as I'll get a job. So please don't take Blair away from me. I promise to visit sometime so your parents can meet Blair.
Blair asked us for help. Do I have to repeat this again? I can't trust you anymore, Beth. And I thought you were the one who asked for sincerity. If you want trust, show me some sincerity. It's your turn now, Beth. We had a lot of discussions with the Child Guidance Center about Blair, and after many discussions, Blair was finally able to live with us, away from her mother. Considering how Blair has been treated at home and what her friends as well as her neighbors told us about Beth, it was impossible to return Blair to her mother. I knew Blair would be better off living with us, but I'm relieved that the Child Guidance Center respected Blair's feelings. Beth has been living with her boyfriend since then, but because she had so much debt, her boyfriend eventually got tired of her and dumped her in the end. I don't know where she is now, but I think she's having a hard time paying back her debts. I have no sympathy for her because I honestly think she deserves it, but I hope she'll become a better person so that Blair won't feel embarrassed of her mother. If she can't do that, then I hope she won't come and meet Blair ever again. Blair looked very skinny when she just moved into our house. She's been steadily gaining weight and becoming healthier. She had to move schools after she moved in with us, but she's been able to keep in touch with Mia using her new phone we bought her. I almost gave up looking for Beth and Blair after 5 years passed, but I'm glad Blair remembered us and we're able to live with her now. Blair has experienced enough hardships on her own, so we're gonna support her as much as we can from now on. We will never ever make her endure any pain on her own. I think my brother is finally able to rest in peace now that we rescued Blair. We will love Blair and cherish her for the rest of our life so that she won't ever feel lonely again. Jen, I heard things are pretty difficult right now between you and my son. He's going to have to move out of state for work, and you both have been discussing that, right? And I heard that you're going to have to travel pretty far this time as well if you choose to go with him. That's right, Lisa. And this time my husband will have to go really far out of state, and so we might have to move houses closer to his work, or else he'll have to travel by car 10 hours each weekend going back and forth. I'm sorry for not telling you about this sooner. We've just been so busy with things, and the kids are growing, and so time has really flown by here. That's nothing to worry about now. You've always been talking about having to move at some point, right? It is a difficult problem for you guys to deal with. It sure is. And right now, my husband and I are having trouble finding out what we want to do about this. Oh, is that so? My husband said that he'd like all of us to move out of state with him. He thinks that by doing that, we can all find a new house together and start a new life. And, I mean, we both have been living here for a very long time, so it would be nice to go someplace new. But I'd rather stay right here with the kids in the house we have now. We have been here so long that I have connections to a lot of people, and we're very used to this town and know it's a safe place to raise our kids. But when he heard that from me, he seemed to get a little shocked. I guess he thought I'd be on board with him. Are there other reasons why you want to stay here? Well, because I don't want to have to quit my current job to move. I have worked so hard to make it as far as I have in my career, and I don't want to throw all of it away. If I move out of state as well and have to find a new job, I'll have to start at square one again. And I don't want to do that anymore, because I've technically done that twice, and it's rough. I see. Well, that's very unfortunate. I know as his wife I should be there with him when he moves, but... It's not like that though, Jen. These days, women are allowed to make their own choice regarding their career. And you are Jen, and you have a life that you'd like to live the way you like. And my oldest son has just gotten into elementary school. I'd feel bad having to take him out of that school and move him to another one. He has made all sorts of friends there, and all the teachers are really special to him. I'd hate to take all of that away from him at such a young age. I'm sorry, but I think I'm going to have to make my husband move on his own. My son becomes lonely pretty easily, so I'm sure he doesn't want to leave all of you here. But I understand how you feel about all of this as well. And he's an adult now, so he has to understand everyone can make their own choices, and that he can still come back to visit you guys on holidays or vice versa. At first he was saying that if his work began to make him travel a bunch more, he'd go out and find a new one. But I think over the recent years, he's really grown into the company and isn't willing to leave them now, even though he'll have to leave the state this time. I see. I'm sure in his eyes he's gotten used to it there and is really happy with the money he can make for everyone. We have a larger family now, and it requires more money. And so even if he has to travel more, I'm sure he thinks the money is the most important part. And recently, things have been going up in price, and taxes going up as well. So I really don't blame him for keeping that job, but I guess I just wish he could have had a normal job where he didn't have to move around so much. But the money is key, so I don't blame him for sticking to it. And soon you'll have to worry about all 3 of your kids going to school and having to pay for that. So really, it is much better to have him stay with his current company and bring in all the money now so that you guys can relax later. And that's the same thing with me. If I have to leave my job here, we won't be making as much money as we do now. And even though our kids are young now, soon they'll be at that age where they cost a lot. So we can't afford to do anything that might decrease our income. I'm sure that the economy and having to find a new job that gives you a good salary would be tough. I've known a little while now that my son has really begun to like his job. So him having to quit that job would never go over well with him. So you understand our situation as well then? I'm sure he's not going to like moving on his own, but having his job that he loves and the raise for doing said move would help us out a lot. I can understand that as well. And so because of that, I think he'll have to be on his own for a bit. I'm sorry that we went and talked about all of this without you. I'm sure you wanted to weigh in a bit more in our talk so that you could give some options. Well, you guys are the married couple, so I shouldn't have to be here when you guys make decisions. And since this is all for the sake of keeping the family happy and stable, I'm totally fine with your guys' choice. And my son is fine with all this as well, right? I assume that he's fine with it. When I said I'd be staying here with the kids, he did seem a bit sad, but also glad to see that we'd still be focusing on the family while we're apart. Just as long as he doesn't get too lonely on his own. But having to care for your kids and work a job is going to be tough on you, right? And your youngest is still only 2 years old, right? Even if one kid is in elementary school and the other 2 are in daycare, you're still going to have your hands full all of the time. Yeah, and that's something I'd like to talk with you about. Do you think you'd be able to come over and help me every so often? Or actually, so that it's easier on you, can I have them come over to your place to be watched by you? Of course I'll help. You can leave your babies with me whenever you need to. Are you sure that's okay? I know that you might have things going on your own, so I don't want to get in the way of them. I'm living on Social Security now, and most things I plan to do can be moved around, so I have all the time in the world to do what I want. So just ask me when you need me. I'll make sure to get accommodations ready for them before they come so that they're comfortable. Thank you so much, Lisa. I knew because you were a mom yourself, you'd say you'd be alright with helping. Well then, when I come over at times, I'd love for you to take all of the kids for me. I'll have them over whenever I think I might be late from work, or they have the day off from school and daycare. And I'll make sure to call you first so that you're ready. Alright. I may be older now, but I'll do my best to entertain them all. And I'll put even more work into my job now, so that we have the money to relax later. Let's all work together to make sure the kids come out of this happy and healthy. I hope this will show my son that he has nothing to worry about while he's gone either. Jen, when are you coming by today to get your kids? It's almost 10 p.m. now, and the two youngest are sleeping already. I'm sorry, I'm still in the office trying to finish a project. Do you think you can let them all stay at your house tonight? But tomorrow, your oldest will be going back to elementary school, right? What should I do about him? That's right. You can just give him some PB&J sandwiches to take with him, so you can make those up in the morning? And maybe a fruit or something to go along with the sandwiches. But he'll have a field trip tomorrow, right? Will he be taking his backpack with him? I don't have anything like that for him here. I'd like to go to your house to grab one, but you never gave me or your kids a key yet to get into your place. Right. I'd give one to my oldest, but he always loses the key, so I gave up on that. So then we won't be able to go get him a bag from your place. I have a small leather bag, but I don't think it'd be good for him to bring that one on the trip. Well, I'm going to be here all night at the office, and I don't think I'll be leaving until tomorrow. I don't think I'll see you all again until tomorrow morning. Do you think you can go to a Walmart or something and grab him a cheap bag? Huh? Right now? You know that all Walmarts are open 24/7, right? I understand that, but I can't just leave the kids here and go out this late at night. Especially when two of them are sleeping. And having to wake those two up now would take even more time, and they'd both get grumpy. You don't have any other backpacks in your house? What my husband used years ago are still around somewhere, but those are like business backpacks for adults. Well, that'll be fine for him. Use one of those, please. Another thing, do you think for all of next week you can hang on to the kids at your place? For a whole week? I will have to go on a week-long business trip. Business trip? You've never had to go on one of those before though, right? Well, recently the company has been growing and I need to go visit another branch. And if I were to turn them down about going on the business trip, I'd risk ever being able to move up in this company. Jen, I can see that you're doing so well with focusing on your job and all, but don't you think you can start coming home a bit more often as well? Are you sure you're not working too much right now? I can't just ask the company to slow down on all the work they give me. I'm just too busy at the moment. But recently, you haven't even been home enough to see your kids for a few hours. And also, even though I'm on a pension and all now, I can't continue to spend as much as I am on everyone here. I have to pay for my own food as well, and for myself to go to the hospital for checkups. But Lisa, you said that you'd help me whenever I asked, right? And you knew that I'd be busy from the start, right? I assumed you knew all of that and still planned to help me. So why are you getting on to me about my work now? I said that I'd help you with raising them. But when it comes to helping you, I never meant doing everything to care for them. Maybe it would have just been best if you moved with your husband. Do not say something like that after all we've been through. Also, does that mean you think I should quit my job now? That's not what I'm implying. I just want you to stop making me care for the three all the time. I have had things to attend to myself, and for the past 3 months I've taken care of my grandkids without complaining to you. You don't even work anymore, Lisa, so there can't be anything important that you have to attend to now. You can handle my kids every day for all I care. I have a life of my own as well, Jen. I just thought that you having to take care of all of them on your own would be tough for you, and so that's why I wanted to lend you a hand. But what's going on now is way different than what I expected. If you keep forcing me to take them every day like this, then I don't think I'll be able to take care of them anymore. What is your problem? It's because of me giving them to you that you get to spend all the time in the world with your little grandkids. If anything, you should be thanking me for all of this. Why should I be the one thanking you? You want to be with your grandkids, right? And so, I'm making sure you can see them all the time. So please thank me for that. Don't you think you're being a bit irrational right now? So are you saying you won't care for them for me? Well, if that's the case, then I won't be able to handle things anymore. I'd say you're bullying me. Why would that be me bullying you? You're trying to take away my precious time to get work done. And that right there is you harassing me. So that would make you an old bully. That way of thinking is a bit messed up. I'm working this job for my family. But for a long time, you had never been working as much as you do now. For some reason, ever since my son had to leave the state for work, you have become more and more busy with your job. And your job requires you to be in your office at all times, right? So why would you need to be going on any business trips? Shut up! Stop trying to talk about my job like you understand it at all. You haven't had a job in years, so how would you even know what today's world of working is like? Now stop talking to me about all of that. Right. I understand. I won't say anything more. I think you're beginning to get tired from being around my kids a lot, huh? I'll come by tomorrow to grab my kids and go home, so don't worry about it. My business trip is over, but it won't be until really late tonight that I get home, so can the kids stay over for one more night? I'll make sure to come get them tomorrow morning. Don't worry about it, Jen. You don't have to come here anymore. Huh? What do you mean by that? What is going to happen with my kids then? I'll be taking care of my grandkids for a while longer now, so you don't have to come. Are you saying that you'll be holding on to my kids for good and raising them? That's not what this means. I'm saying that I'll be taking your custody over them away. What? What are you saying, Lisa? Have you gone a bit mad after all that time with them? You had always been forcing me to take care of them for you. And I can see that you no longer care to raise these kids. So, I'll be taking your custody of them away. Wait, what are you going on about now? I have no idea what this is. I'm being serious right now. Ever since my son had to move out for work, you have been acting a lot more strange and doing things that don't make any sense to me. And I made sure to tell my son about what's been happening to you. What about me is so strange? You are always away from home now, and that's not right for you. And the fact that right after your husband left, you began to stay at work longer and have to go on business trips. That's pretty strange to anyone, you might ask. And after talking to my son, he agrees that something's up with you. We are beginning to grow skeptical of you. You told my husband? Wait, why are you being skeptical of me? I told you that I'm busy with work, didn't I? Well, my son, he asked one of his friends that lives here to do something. He wanted him to follow you and check up on what you were doing. What? What the hell was he thinking? He has a friend that works as a detective, Jen. And so, that guy made sure to look a bit deeper into you for us. A bit deeper? You haven't been working your job at all recently. You said that you had a lot of work to get done and would have to stay late and overnight, but every night you went out to play. Going to fancy restaurants, drinking until the sun rose, going to male strip clubs. You really have been enjoying yourself a lot, haven't you? You're wrong. I've been working this whole time. He was able to get pictures of you, though. And all that money you have been making has gone right back into your nightlife. And the money that your husband has been working so hard for has found its way into your pockets as well. I will say that every once in a while I'd go out to have a little fun, but I wasn't going out enough to where you can blame me for anything. The reason you didn't want to move out of state with your husband was because you have a man here that you wanted to be with. You're wrong. Your husband and I already know everything, Jen. Everything you hid from us has been exposed. Everything? You have one more secret, right? Something that you don't want anyone knowing about. How much do you know about me? Stop holding it back from me and just say what you want to say. I have someone that I need to talk with right now, so I'll text you later. Don't stop right now. One other thing. I'm with my son right now. Huh? He came back already? He had to come back to talk with a lawyer about some things. He has to make sure that he'll be the one to get all 3 kids. Why would he be going to a lawyer right now, though? You know why, Jen. You should know what we plan to do about that as well. Lisa! Stop trying to ignore me. I'll tell you everything, okay? Tell me everything about what? About the things you had been accusing me of. I had been going out with other men. And not just that, but we had all been doing a lot of sexual things as well. Really? Then this is you confessing that you did in fact cheat on my son. It is. Every night I'd go out with different men on the town, and the 2 of us would have fun together. And so you saying that you were busy with work was all a lie. Actually, I was only working about 3 days a week, and for only 6 hours each day. I quit my job as a full-time worker and went part-time there. And I was never trying to move up in the company. And so what is the real reason for you asking my son to move out of the house alone? So that I could go out with other men and have sex. And since he was making enough money and handing it to me, I thought that I could use it to have all the fun I wanted. My gosh. And to think that I took you for a mother that actually cared about her husband and family enough to let him leave for a while for a better future. It's the whole reason I gave up my time to help you raise your kids. But I guess I've been stabbed in the back now. I'm so sorry for all that I've done. I'm sure that if you would have just took a few days to be home for your kids, I would have never known about you going out at night. You really did take advantage of your situation a little too much. You just said a while ago that you had met with a lawyer, right? What did you guys talk about? About divorce, and about a settlement, and about custody of the kids. I came out about all of this. So, do you think that you can make this settlement a little less expensive for me? Oh, you telling us the truth has nothing to do with the settlement. Even if you didn't tell us the truth, we already knew everything. But I don't have any money. Don't apologize, Jen. We can't trust you as an adult or a mother, so my son will be the one paying for the kids, so you don't have to. But you will have to take full responsibility for all of this. We will make sure that you have enough pay for the settlement, and then we'll leave you alone forever. So you guys are going to take away my rights to my kids? You don't have the will to raise them, nor the money to. So you have no right to those 3. If you were to continue to be their mother, they may end up living a life in poverty. Cannot say that about me. Oh, but I can. It's the truth after all. Really, I want to make sure that you never have anything to do with us ever again. But I am an adult, and so I have to wait and see what my son decides. And I have had to deal with a lot of things as well. After having to work and having to care for the kids, I have no time of my own. And when it comes to cheating, everyone has at least tried it once. I'm sure even you have had another man at you at one point while you were with your husband, right? Why would I want another man when I had the love of my life? I'm not some kind of whore like you are. Don't you dare compare me to you ever again. Or you stabbed everyone in my family in the back, and I'll never forgive you for that. This time, it'll only be you growing lonely, while everyone else moves away. After that, my son and his wife got a divorce. It was tough for the both of them to go through with it, but my son could no longer look Jen in the face for what she'd done to him and the kids. Jen was calm about things in the end, and actually told me that I had every right to be upset with her, and I was very much indeed. After going through all of the evidence, we learned she spent upwards of around $10,000 in those 3 months, and had slept with at least 6 different guys. And what made things ultimately worse for my son to bear was that she had been with one of them for almost a year, meaning she had been with him while my son was still at home with her. Luckily, though, this was the end of him having to look at her, and so hopefully he'll be able to move on from what she'd done. To make sure that he was around his kids often, my son changed jobs to ones that didn't require him to move around. And so, right now, he's at home living with me and his 3 kids. He did end up reducing his salary a bit with the choice, but being here with me will help reduce the amount he spends. We split the cost of utilities here, and I pay for myself when it comes to food and such. And although I may be on a pension and everything now, I do have a bit in my savings, and I plan to use it for my son and grandkids so that they don't feel too stressed by what happened. And my son does his best to not make me take care of the kids all the time, and I'm sure that soon he'll grow into one of the best single fathers known to man. It may be a bit tough for a while having 3 young kids running around, but we will do our very best to make sure they all live happy lives. As for Jen, we were able to get a settlement from her. Although it wasn't much, but even that was enough to make her hurt for a long time. She didn't have anything left to afford her house, and after having to jump around a lot, I'm sure she's ended up somewhere we'll never have to hear about. If anything, she has all those men she slept with around still, and maybe she'll find one of them stupid enough to let her into their life. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hey, Sam. I was just curious if you were ready to arrive home or not.
Oh, Luna. No, not yet, sorry. But I am on the way home right now. Is everything okay with you?
Right. I was just asking because I'm going to be getting home a little late today.
Oh, really? Are you still at work right now? What time do you think you're going to get off?
I think I'll have to be here at least another hour, it seems.
I see. Maybe we could just go out for dinner tonight then. I feel like we haven't gotten to do that in forever. I'm just kind of killing time around your office right now.
I'm really sorry to do this, but I've just been working so much overtime, and I don't know if I feel like eating out. I'd probably rather just eat at the house. That is, if I can even get out of here in the next hour.
Oh, I see. Well, that's okay. I'll prepare something. No problem.
Thank you so much, Sam. I really appreciate it. I feel bad, though. I haven't been giving you too much of the housework to take care of, have I?
You haven't been doing anything of the sort at all, Luna. I know it's the peak season for your company and that everyone is really busy over there. And I know that I've asked you to do the same for me when I've been really busy with work too. Anyways, just let me know if there's anything specific that you want for dinner. I'm more than happy to take requests.
Well, since you're offering, I would love some kind of nice pasta dish. Does that sound okay to you?
If you want pasta, then pasta it shall be. Oh, and one other thing. I'll have to drop the car off at the shop pretty soon here, so would you mind commuting by bus for a few days?
Oh, right. I forgot that you were going to do that. Yeah, that should be fine. I'll be sure to just leave the car in the driveway tomorrow morning then.
No problem at all. I appreciate you doing that for me.
And thank you so much for always remembering stuff like that. I would have no idea when to take in a car or anything like that. I'm just really glad to have you. You're always doing so much to help out. I really just don't know where I'd be at all without you, Sam.
Yeah, I guess I might just be a little bit better at the hands-on kind of stuff. You even asked me to build all that furniture that we got from IKEA, remember?
I tried looking at those instruction booklets, but I just didn't understand at all.
Which is kind of ironic since your job is designing your pamphlets for companies that hire your services, right?
Yeah, that is true. But we have so many templates here that a lot of my work is more like filling in the blanks than real design work. Anyway, do you know how long the car is going to be in the shop for?
I'm thinking it should take 3 days at the most, and then everything should be fine. You're not in a rush to get it back though, are you? If you really are, maybe we can look into renting a car? Or I can pay the people at the shop a little extra to work faster?
No, nothing like that. I guess I was just so used to taking the car to work that I've forgotten what it's like to go by bus, and I'm a bit nervous.
Ah, gotcha. I'm sure it'll be fine, but yeah, no one likes being stuck on a crowded bus or dealing with confusing schedules.
But you're lucky because at least your work is right next to the subway stop. If anything, it would be more of a hassle for you to drive to work than it would be to take transit.
Well, my office does have a parking lot, but all the rest of my coworkers all drive, and I've seen my supervisor asking for rides home more than once, so I figured better to not take the car.
Well, that's one way to get out of having to deal with him, I suppose. But I get people asking me to give them rides back home from time to time.
Oh, really? I don't know that you've ever told me that.
I'm sure that I have. You remember that one time you found a cigarette butt in the car, right?
Oh yeah, I guess I do. Is that what that was about?
I still feel really bad for letting that happen. But it was my boss asking me for a ride. So I felt like I couldn't say no when he asked if he could smoke in the car.
Right, I remember you talking to me about all of that. You know, you can always blame things on me for trying to get out of an awkward situation. You can just say that your husband is really strict and you don't have time to be dropping people off, or else I'll get mad.
I'll remember that, but thankfully he hasn't been asking for rides very often lately. It's only every now and then that I end up driving my boss home.
I see. Well, as long as you're okay with it, I am too. Speaking of, I hope the rest of your work goes by quickly. Get home safe.
Hey Luna, I was just wondering if you're up already.
Of course I am. I'm in the hospital. All the nurses wake us up at the same time to serve us our breakfasts, which I've already eaten.
Oh, I see. Well, good morning. I just wanted to let you know that I was thinking of going to the hospital today to see you. Did you want me to bring you anything?
I would really appreciate some changes of pajamas. And maybe a new bath towel. What else? There were other things I was wanting, but I can't think of anything right now. Do you think you could bring some of the documents that the hospital sent you home with for me to look at?
Yeah, sure, I could do that. You weren't conscious that whole time after all. It's okay to ease into things slowly.
You really don't need to worry about me. I'm the one who should be sorry. Can't believe this happened.
You don't have anything to apologize for, Luna. You were hit by some idiot who wasn't looking at the traffic lights. You were stopped and doing what you should have been. It was the other driver who was at fault.
I guess you're right, but I'm still so nervous. I mean, I was giving my boss a ride home when the accident happened, and I've heard that he's still unconscious.
That is true, but you really can't be blaming yourself for that, Luna. You did all that you could have, and that's all that matters.
But Sam, I can't move my legs. How am I supposed to live the rest of my life like this?
It'll be okay. At least you have use of your arms. Besides, the doctors think that with some physical training you could regain full movement again. You know, my dad had a stroke and thought he was going to be paralyzed, but now he's just fine.
I know, but your dad's stroke wasn't as bad as the accident that I was in.
That is true, but either way, the doctors seem confident that you're going to be just fine. So I think that we should listen to them.
I'm sorry, but I just can't share the optimism that you have, Sam. I just don't know what to do.
I understand, Luna, but I want you to know that no matter what happens, I'll be here for you. You just focus on resting and let me know if there's anything at all that I can do for you.
Thank you so much, Sam.
I just hope that you remember to take care of yourself as well. Have you been getting enough sleep lately? I got a call from my mom, and she said that you were by my side the whole time until I woke up.
I'm fine. Don't you worry. I talked to my boss and he gave me the week off. I was just so overjoyed when you opened your eyes.
Sam, thank you. I don't know what else to say, but thank you so much. I'm so sorry for putting you through all this.
Luna, you really don't have anything to be sorry about at all. I know that the physical therapy is going to be tough, but you can do it. Your whole family and I are going to be there with you the whole time.
Okay, thanks again. I promise to do my best. I don't want to become a burden on everyone else, so I have to try my best.
You're not going to be a burden for anyone ever, Luna. But for now, you should just concentrate on feeling better. That's what will be best for everyone.
Sam, I just heard the news. Is it true that you're really going to try and divorce my poor little girl?
Hello, Regina. Yes, I'm afraid that what you've heard is true. I want to divorce Luna.
I don't believe this. I never once thought that you were that kind of person. You do realize that my daughter, your wife, has been in a terrible traffic accident, don't you? She might even end up unable to walk again, and you're going to leave her while she's still like this? It's unbelievable.
Regina, do you know how it was that Luna ended up in that car accident?
What are you talking about? Some idiot driver smashed into her while she was driving. What are you trying to say about the accident?
I'm trying to tell you that I'm not leaving Luna because she's in the hospital. I'm leaving her because she was cheating on me. And her affair led the accident that landed her in the hospital.
Excuse me? You think that my daughter was cheating on you?
That's correct, Regina.
My daughter was only giving her boss a ride home.
She was giving her boss a very different kind of ride before that, I'm afraid.
I don't believe this.
In fact, the driver of that car that slammed into Luna also recently regained consciousness and was able to talk to the police. And while it was true that the driver ignored the traffic light ahead of him, it was because my wife in the car across from him had her top completely off.
You have got to be kidding me.
And according to this other driver, he could see everything. He said that he got into the accident because his eyes were drawn off the road and into the car Luna and her boss were in. Nobody leaves this story looking good in my honest opinion.
So then, my daughter was really having an affair behind your back.
It appears that way, yes. In fact, I was able to confirm all of this when the police gave me the footage they managed to recover from the internal camera. They were able to find at least 3 instances of those two hooking up in my car.
And so that's why you stopped going to check on Luna in the hospital, isn't it? You don't want to look after my daughter anymore after what she did to you.
I understand that this is a lot to take in all at once. And I'm sorry for making up my mind without telling you why, but now you know.
No, I'm the one who should be sorry. Now that I know the truth, I'm just furious. You must be furious.
No, I'm not really. I don't really feel anything when I look at Luna, to be honest. And when I gave her the divorce papers, I merely handed them to her and walked out of her room in the hospital.
Well, did you hear that her boss also recently just woke back up?
Oh, really? I hadn't heard that, actually.
Well, apparently he can only move his face. And Luna says that she doesn't have anything to say to him.
Oh, Regina, I'm really sorry that you had to be sucked into the middle of all of this. But I also hope that you can understand that it's difficult for me to be there for Luna right now.
No. Of course your actions make sense now. My daughter completely betrayed you in the trust you gave her. I wish she had never, ever cheated on you. Anyway, just know that you have my full support in whatever it is that you choose to do from here on out. And if there's any way I can help you, please let me know. I also want you to know that you have nothing to apologize for and that this is all Luna's fault. I'll tell her to sign those papers without putting up a fuss.
Sam, I'm so sorry. Please come and visit me here at the hospital. I really just want to talk to you one last time. We can't just leave things like this.
I'm sorry, Luna, but I'm not going to visit you again. I've made up my mind.
I know that I was an idiot. That I was my boss. I couldn't just say no to him. Don't you realize how hard it would have made work at life? I promise there was nothing real between him and I at all.
Well, in that case, I have one thing that I want to talk to you about. Was I such a bad husband that you felt you couldn't come to me about this?
I just didn't want you to worry about me at all.
If your boss was really forcing you to have sexual relations with him, then that's a huge problem. You would have been in the right to say to him, even if it meant quitting your job. I would have stood by you the whole time and helped take care of you while you looked for a new job.
But aside from my boss, I really love that job, and I didn't want to leave it at all.
Well, I'm sorry, but I just can't accept that you didn't enjoy having the affair with your boss. After all, his wife reached out to me and showed me all the messages that you and him shared with each other.
Wait a second. You mean that his wife knows now?
That's right. She talked to your mom and then me when she showed the evidence. Not to mention, the fact that the person who hit you woke up and said that he crashed into your car because he was distracted by you not wearing a shirt in yours.
Sam, I'm so sorry for this. I'm sorry for everything.
You're not sorry for me. You're only sorry that you were caught. Or did you think that your boss would never wake up, and that you'd never have anyone else to speak out against you? Because your boss also woke up, and he confessed to everything to his wife.
Maybe I did let things go just a little too far with all of this.
Too far? It seemed to me like you were enjoying plenty of what was happening according to your messages.
I swear that I was only trying to say things that I thought he would like.
Except there were times when you were the one asking when he could meet up with you. You liked having this illicit affair with your boss. Just admit it.
I'm so sorry, Sam.
Well, this isn't something you're going to get out of with just mere apologies. Did you think you wouldn't be caught if you kept your affair to the inside of my car?
No, it really isn't like that at all. You have to listen to me.
Well, it's a good thing that I had the drive cam replaced when I took the car into the shop. If I didn't, there might not have been any proof of what you did. The whole reason I got the cameras installed was because I was worried about you driving since you're always talking about not knowing enough about cars.
Sam, I swear this is never, ever going to happen again.
I know it won't. Because your body won't ever let something like that happen again.
Please don't say things like that to me, Sam. I knew that you're going to get sick of having to look after me.
It isn't that at all. I was ready to be by your side no matter what. I was so sure that this accident wasn't your fault. But you were the whole reason that it happened.
Well, it was night and figured that no one would be looking inside the car. Besides, how can you blame me when the other person should have had their eyes on the road?
You shouldn't have been cheating on me in the first place. What if you just went right home like you were supposed to instead?
But I don't think that's fair.
Do you have any idea how disgusted I felt when I watched that recording footage that the police managed to salvage from the crash? I was still willing to be by your side up until I watched that. That was easily, without a doubt, the worst day of my entire life.
And I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. That's just awful. But how am I supposed to live without you by my side, Sam?
Why do you think I'll help you after this? Why don't you just go to your boss and ask him for help? Or what about your parents?
Even my mom said that she never wants to see me again after I get out of the hospital. I don't have anyone left.
And just how do you think your parents feel after they learn the truth about what kind of person you are? You ought to be grateful that they've been by your side this long.
But the accident wasn't even my fault. You said so yourself, remember? You said that I didn't do anything wrong.
And the other driver is the one taking responsibility for the crash. Neither your mom nor I blame you for the crash. But we also realize the fact that you were in the middle of cheating when it happened. You've been lying to me about having to work overtime this whole time, haven't you? Well, now I don't want to ever see you again.
I'm so sorry, Sam. I don't know what else to say.
The worst part is that I had no idea before this. You got so good at lying to me about all of it that I never even noticed.
Please don't leave me behind, Sam. I promise to never betray you like this again. I promise to try my hardest at physical therapy and be a good wife to you.
And just why do you think that I'll ever want to take you back again?
Don't you still love me? I thought you said that you're always going to be by my side. Or were those just lies?
Are you really going to try and talk to me about lying right now? You're in the mess that you're in right now because you were lying to me!
I don't know how I'm supposed to go on without you in my life, Sam. Even after I leave the hospital, I'll be all alone. Please don't divorce me. I need you, Sam.
Why not just get together with your boss?
What do you mean?
Well, I heard that his wife also wants nothing to do with him anymore, and that the two of them are also getting a divorce as well. Although she is going to be suing you for your role in this affair, of course. But anyways, your boss is soon to be single, and you two should just get together.
No, wait! I don't want that! You're the one I want to be with, Sam! You're the only thing in this world that makes me truly happy!
I can't believe that there was ever a time in my life where I really thought that was true. Luna was dragging her feet signing the divorce papers until her parents told her that they would never ever talk to her again if they didn't sign them. Finally, she agreed to, in the hopes of maintaining some connection with her parents. Although after being sued by me and her boss's wife, she had very little left to her name. As for me, I'm just happy to rid myself of the whole situation. I even put in a request to transfer with my job so I could leave this whole town behind. Luckily, Luna and I didn't have any children together, so it made the whole process of moving my life much easier.